This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Eric Morton of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell to make sure that you never miss the latest from Disney theme parks around the world. Here now is the news for April 1st, 2024. And no, I did not include any silly April Fool's jokes in today's news. Apologize. First off, we have our big event coming up. You've seen the commercials. You surely know about it if you watch this program. Stage 89. We're just about a month away from that. So if you go to stage89.com, you can see how you can come here to our studio and celebrate with many of the Imagineers that help create Disney's Hollywood Studios, or Disney's MGM Studios if you're old school like me. That event is going to take place throughout that entire weekend with a number of Imagineers and amazing experiences. And you can either stream it, you can buy our stream ticket, or you can come right here in our studio and meet all these people face to face. So check it out. I've got my Park Candy shirt on. I'm ready to roll. If you like this is Boogie's Casino, very comfortable. Parkcandy.com. And if you use the code WDWNT, you get 15% off of your order. Well, nearly every year at the Magic Kingdom, a special Easter pre-parade takes place on the day before Easter and right before the Festival of Fantasy Parade. It's just a good way to kick off the holiday weekend, and this year was no exception. The parade kicked off at 11:30 a.m. on Saturday, about 30 minutes before Festival of Fantasy. You can watch the full parade right here on our channel, and yes, you can see the Easter Bunny and all of his friends. As construction continues for Tiana's Bayou Adventure at the Magic Kingdom, we noticed some new Frontierland props placed in front of the Frontierland station as the area continues to get a refresh with props common to the period. Themed crates and barrels with items varying from horseshoes to flintlock rifles can be seen stacked as if they are either waiting to be loaded onto the train or maybe they've just been delivered by the train, not sure. While the props look perfect for a photo op, they appear behind a fence and the ground in front of them is kind of covered in pine straw. So while guests can't stand right next to the props, they could still make for a nice little backdrop in your photo for this highly themed area of Magic Kingdom. Upon closer inspection, you can see that among the props are lanterns, soap, railroad spikes, unknown materials in crates and barrels, including a barrel marked XXX. That's usually indicative of moonshine, I think, at least if the cartoons I watched as a kid are any indication. The next stack of items includes horseshoes, whiskey, a crate marked the Humidor quality leather, lumber, flintlock rifles, and more lanterns. Various crates are marked as fragile. When I saw that it said Humidor before you zoom in and saw that it was leather, I thought, oh boy, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. There's no tobacco in these though. So you can relax a little bit. Those are items that are mostly prohibited in the Magic Kingdom though. Walt Disney World posted a casting call for female vocalists to portray the Sanderson sisters in the Hocus Pocus villain Spelltacular. And that's the stage show during Mickey's Not-So-Scary Halloween party at the Magic Kingdom. The Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus joined Disney villains during the show in front of Cinderella Castle 3 or 4 times during the hard ticket Halloween event. The casting call states rehearsals will begin in mid-July. Mickey's Not-So-Scary Halloween party is on select nights from August through Halloween. Exact dates have not yet been announced. Performers should vocally and physically impersonate the Sanderson sisters the way that you see them in the movie. Candidates must sing well, including tight harmony, excellent comic timing, and high movement ability. The posting asks performers to sing I Put a Spell on You, famously featured in the Hocus Pocus film and Hocus Pocus Villain Spectacular. Submissions will be accepted through April 12th, 2024 by 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Last week, I kind of touched on a new menu at Dahlia Lounge. We gave you a little spoiler that was coming. That article is now up on our site, and the full review video is right here on our channel. You can see the things we liked, the things we didn't like, and the things that were, just okay. We also just got back, just a few moments ago, really, from trying the new menu at Mama Melrose's Ristorante Italiano at Disney's Hollywood Studios. We're going to have a full video and thoughts coming soon to the website, so stay tuned for that. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest Vacations and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT and their team will design your next magical vacation from Disney World and Disneyland to Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and more. They're also able to book unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. The best part, of course, is that their concierge services are 100% free, so book today. A patent filed by Disney shows how they plan to improve flying theater attractions like Soarin with a greater range of motion. Walt Disney Imagineer Mark Sumner designed the original Soarin mechanism with an erector set. A lot of you have probably seen that before. The new mechanism references Sumner's original patent, aiming to improve upon the original design. The updated Flying Theater attraction would be more aggressive with heaving, pitching, and rolling to simulate turbulence. One iteration is similar to current versions of Soarin, with guests loading when the seats are lowered onto the ground. The system would then raise guests into the air thanks to retracting cables that propel them along a curved rail track. Another iteration described in the patent shows loading taking place above, and then guests are kind of launched downwards. The drawing shows how, once in the show position, the seats could pitch back and forth, and another shows rows of seats actually rolling. These improvements are intended to replicate the motion of a non-specific flying machine, having the ability to replicate motions that are more aggressive than a traditional floating or gliding experience. That sounds pretty cool. I'd love to see what happens with this. EPCOT Farmers Feast at the 2024 International Flower and Garden Festival has a new menu that was available starting yesterday. It's going to go through April 27th. Of course, I went. I didn't have a choice. Nobody else is here. The grilled street corn on the cob has remained, but the new additions are seared scallop and the blueberry buckle. And notice I said seared scallop. Singular. Yeah, it's one scallop for $7.75. We actually have a full article here on our site where we reviewed both of these items. And spoiler alert, I think they were both pretty good. A new live show debuted in World Celebration Gardens at EPCOT yesterday, and we were there to see it. I was there with Jason and Nana and some others. Forces of Nature by AntiGravity is the name of the show. It features aerial acrobatic performers representing Mother Nature and different elements. Crew members installed a new set piece in the Inspiration Garden of World Celebration. That's right there by the big, I don't know, rusty trees. Is that what we're calling them, Jake? It's a large orb made of green poles representing Earth, strips of fabric that they can kind of hang from at the top. The Earth sits on a black platform atop a bronze base, which matches the nearby tree-like structures. Small circular platforms jut out of the base. They kind of look like bar stools, to me, honestly. During the performance, the Earth and the black platform spin. The performer in green garb represents Mother Nature. She takes center stage during the show. The performers then climb over the globe as it spins, performing impressive acrobatic feats to music. AntiGravity Orlando has worked with Walt Disney World several times in the past, including for the art-defying gravity show during the EPCOT International Festival of the Arts. Forces of Nature is about 16 minutes long. Times are not publicly posted, at least as of right now. They weren't yesterday. We saw performances at 10:15, then 11:15 a.m. on Sunday. You may recognize some of the performers if you went to Halloween Horror Nights and saw Nightmare Fuel in recent years. The elements other than Mother Nature represented are ice, wind, rain, and fire. We also saw them change costumes and switch it up a little bit. We, of course, have the full video right here on our channel. After being removed, one of the traffic signals in Disney's Hollywood Studios has been refurbished and returned to its rightful spot. Hollywood Boulevard and Sunset Boulevard feature working retro traffic signals on the street corners that light up and flip between go and stop signs. The traffic signals are for theming and don't actually direct any traffic. I guess if they did, nobody's paying attention if you walked around there lately. Recently, the signal disappeared from atop its black and white striped pole at Hollywood Junction, where the two streets meet. As of Friday, March 29th, the signal has returned and appears to have been refurbished. It seems to be working perfectly. It has red and green stop and go lights in addition to the changing signs on the side. On top are road signs for Sunset Boulevard and Hollywood Boulevard. The lights are kind of hard to see today, but they are in working order. A new It's a Small World Spirit jersey and ear headband have sailed into Walt Disney World. The Spirit jersey, wow, it's $79.99, of course, like all of them, it seems, and is themed to the attraction. The Spirit jersey's light blue. The front has a gold Walt Disney World D with established 1971 to represent the year that, Walt Disney World and It's a Small World open. The bottom half features characters and destinations that can be found while riding the attraction. The design replicates that of Disney legend Mary Blair, the artist, of course, behind It's a Small World with her signature style. The back of the Spirit jersey says It's a Small World with more characters surrounding the attraction name. We found it at World of Disney in Disney Springs. We also found an ear headband that's basically in the same style. That one will cost you $34.99 and is also at Disney Springs. There's a new line of Up merchandise available at Disneyland Resort. We found most of this new Up collection at World of Disney in the downtown Disney district. First up is the mesh t-shirt that reads "Adventure awaits, choose your path." Choose your path thing seems like a Star Wars thing, doesn't it? I don't know. The front is orange and cream with Russell and Doug. The bottom left has a small Wilderness Explorers tag. The back reads "Ready for Adventure" with Carl Fredricksen standing among the greenery. Sells for $64.99. Next up is an Adventurers Out There sipper. This purple mason jar style sipper is translucent with Adventurers Out There written on the front. The top is meant to look like that grape soda bottle cap that Ellie gave to Carl when they were kids. The back has a trio of balloons like the ones attached to Carl's house. It sells for $24.99. For $64.99 then, you can get the Wilderness Explorers half zip. This green half zip has two front pockets with one featuring images of Carl and Doug. The top left of the jacket has two embroidered details. One represents the Wilderness Explorers and the other is of Russell. A silhouette of Kevin is printed on the left sleeve. The back reads, "An explorer is a friend to all, be it plants or fish or tiny mole." This is, of course, the pledge said by Russell in the film. There's a Carl and Ellie corksicle bottle for $44.99 with an adorable image of Carl and Ellie flying away with a heart-shaped balloon. Next up is an amazing Carl Fredricksen Loungefly mini backpack for $88. Carl shows off his adventurous side here, holding onto a wheel that also happens to be the backpack's front pocket. Doug is printed on one side and Russell is on the other. Last up then is an ear headband for $34.99. This is at the Mad Hatter. It's a brown faux leather. The center has a removable bow that resembles Carl's bow tie. The left ear has a compass design and the right ear has Carl's house floating away with "Adventurers Out There" written next to it. There's a grape soda badge that's pinned onto the ear. There's nothing on the back. This is adorable. A Disneyland guest snuck into the Native American village along the park's Rivers of America and took up-close video of the characters. Oh boy, social media. Instagram user @JonesHousing shared a video from the village on March 20th of 2024. The person filming is sitting in the village, panning the camera across different audio animatronics. They ask the last figure if the food is almost done. His caption reads, quote, "Secret #Disneyland attraction sucks." Sneaking into off-limits areas of Disney parks can be dangerous and result in a ban from the property. The Native American village is not publicly accessible. Guests are only allowed to view it from the Mark Twain riverboat and the sailing ship Columbia. Calbee Inc. has partnered with Tokyo Disney Resort to sponsor 3 restaurants at the resort, including 2 in the new Fantasy Springs port of Tokyo Disney Sea. Calbee Inc. is a snack company with the motto "Harvest the Power of Nature." The Oriental Land Company press release states that Calbee's philosophy resonated with the park's aspirations to provide inclusive family entertainment that transcends generations and borders, leading to the sponsorship. Starting April 1st, that's today, Calbee will sponsor Camp Woodchuck Kitchen at Tokyo Disneyland. They will then also sponsor the Royal Banquet of Arendelle and the Snuggly Duckling in Fantasy Springs, which will open on June 6th, 2024. For the absolute latest on these stories and all those that did not make it into today's show, be sure to check out WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. A special shout out to all the WIGS members watching who make this show happen each and every week. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Eric Morton saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.